You are now tuned into the FuseBox Radio Broadcast with DJ Fusion and Jon Judah. Syndicated worldwide to bring real black radio back to the masses.
All right, everybody, 1 2 1 2. What's going on? You're now in tune to another session of the syndicated worldwide FuseBox Radio Broadcast with DJ Fusion and Jon Judah. Since 1998, whether it's on your FM dial, radio station, podcast, or website, we're up in the mix to bring you a slice of what we call 21st century black radio to the masses, which is a mixture of old and new school music from the black diaspora, including hip-hop, soul, funk, jazz, reggae, and more, as well as news, commentary, and sometimes some really nice interviews. On the mix and commentary end, you got myself, DJ Fusion. On the sides, you got my bro, Jon Judah. What's going on there, Judah?
Yes, indeed. Dark Matters in the building. Yes, indeed. Much love to the whole world, the whole wide world, and of course, much love to the USA. And of course, me and Fuse about to get down today. But yeah, we got a little good, we got some goodies, and we got some good info. What's the deal though, Fuse though?
Overall doing all right. Some of these news items we'll definitely be touching base on shortly to have me a little perturbed, but in the meantime, I'm rather happy as always to be able to bring the FuseBox Radio goodness for our 3-hour block per usual to our wonderful listeners by whatever means they check us out, whether it's through our great broadcast partners, which people can check the updated list of those folks over at our official blog site, blackradiosback.com, under the link FuseBox Radio Affiliates, or if they listen on demand, whether via streaming through sites like Flycast, FM, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn Radio, and so forth, or via podcast through iTunes, Zune, or any of the other podcast player peoples. Much love and shouts out to again all of the wonderful folks who put us on, and all the folks who, whether they've been listening since the show's inception or have just recently caught on to what we do. That's wonderful and appreciated. If you want to check out what the FuseBox Radio does at any time, you can go to FuseboxRadioOnline.com, FuseboxRadioOnline.com. That has contact info, how to submit music, podcast archives, mixtape archives. There's a whole bunch of other wonderful goodness for you. You can also go to pretty much any social network, and the majority of them will end with /FuseboX Radio that are major ones. So Twitter.com/FuseboX Radio, Facebook.com/FuseboX Radio actually goes to my personal page, but you can go to Facebook.com/FuseboX Radio Show as one word as our like page, MySpace.com/FuseboX Radio, etc. And of course, props to our folks who we are able to contribute here and there on the written end as part of the music staffs of these wonderful cultural websites, Planetill.com, and ohellnawblog.com. Respectively with the Indecent Exposure article series and our show being posted on Planetill, and the new Music Tuesday section, which now that first quarter 2012 is pretty much done. We're finally getting some new releases, and some reviews have popped up here and there from myself and other wonderful members of the staff, so I'll definitely check all of that good stuff out.
Okay.
And lastly, thanks to everybody who one way or the other supported the FuseBox Radio fam in our quest of working with the National Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's team in training, National Capital Area folks in Washington, D.C. We participated in the Care First Rock and Roll Half Marathon. And as people hear me on the air now, I survived, even though I was in a whole bunch of pain for a few days. So, thank you for everybody who supported on that end. That's really was appreciated. And it was a cool goal to be able to accomplish, not just on a personal physical fitness end, but also for not just people affected by those particular blood cancers, but cancer and other things in general. And the right organizations on the nonprofit end who really want to look for cures and helping people out. I know sometimes we can hear these stories about, charity organizations and things, and we know that, like any other organization, there's people who do dirt, but there's people who do a lot of good, too. So, just got to give love on that level. And, yeah, man, that's about it right now. A lot of stuff's going to be kicking off during the spring and summertime. We'll keep you in tune. The AfroRadio.co project is getting in full swing on the back end in the lab, so when that beta will be popping in the summertime, we'll tell you what's going on. And that is about it. We have brand new segments from our folks over at Black Agenda Report this week. Shout out to Glenn Ford and the rest of that journalistic crew bringing in the progressive black political side of opinion and other good stuff. Shout out to our folks over at the National Black College Radio Network with Lamar Blackman and them with the Direct Effects series. And also props to the nonpartisan Organization for Media Democracy Free Press will be rocking one of their Media Minute segments on this week's show as well. And of course, as said before, the wonderful black music goodies chosen by myself, Jon Judah. Indeedy. And on the commentary end, I'm going to give people a heads up. This may be a tad bit long of a commentary because a lot of stuff has happened, especially with one particular case we touched base on about 2 or so weeks ago that has kind of spiraled in a whole different direction here in the United States. So I'm just going to let people know that this might be a bit of a talky editorial by both myself and Jon Judah. And as we say with all of our editorials, it's not necessarily about making people agree with anything that we say, but it's about sparking people's minds and some thought, because the hip-hop generations aren't stupid as much as people would like to try to portray that in the mainstream media. So let's get into it, man. For those who are not aware, there has been a huge story here in the United States about a young man in Florida by the name of Trayvon Martin. And as a very, very quick summation, this young man ended up being killed walking back from getting some snacks in the gated community where his parents lived. And this man, who decided they were a self-appointed neighborhood watch person by the name of George Zimmerman, was the one who ended up trying to confront him. And the young man lost his life because of that due to being shot in the chest. So that's a real quick summation of the story. Definitely do some searching for more details and stuff on the web, and we're going to be getting a lot more into this in just a moment. This case is atrocious on a whole lot of levels. Trayvon Martin was a young black teenager. George Zimmerman, which is a funny situation to me, all of a sudden when people started calling it a possible hate crime, that this young man was essentially tracked while this guy was in a car, called the police trying to say that, well, this funny looking guy's doing whatever. Police told him not to do anything, but he still goes after this guy anyway. Climbs out of his car, has some verbal altercation, gets into a scuffle, and kills this young man. Now, when this started coming up as being a potential racial crime, which to me, I don't see any potential of it, but that's my personal opinion. Excuse me. All of a sudden, it was like, oh, well, this can't be a hate crime because George Zimmerman's Latino. Because all hate crime happens between white people and black people, apparently, in the United States. Which is a stupid statement, first and foremost. Secondly, it's kind of almost a weird reverse race card thing that was brought up, where it's like, well, if he's that way, it's all good. Or it almost tried to justify the stereotype of, because this young black man was walking in a place where somebody felt he did not belong, wearing a certain type of gear, essentially a sweatshirt hoodie, somehow that made it more quote-unquote right to be like it's damn open season on the young black dude walking through the street. Who, by the way, since people like bringing this type of stuff up all the time when these situations happen, whether it's in the case of an Oscar Grant or a Sean Bell or whatever, young man had no criminal record, no reported issues in school, no nothing. Just known as a regular young, nice, go-getting dude who got gunned down because somebody decided they felt like either being at the least side a vigilante cowboy, and on another side somebody who just felt like committing a lynching. Let's keep it 100. No doubt. Let's keep it 100, especially because this happened way, way south in the state of Florida. Not saying that racism doesn't occur everywhere. I've lived both in the deep south and up and around various parts of the East Coast myself. But did I see what has happened a lot during this week? I'm going to get on the negative side before I get into the other part. Is that there seemed to be a culture, especially in the mainstream media for a little bit, of trying to blame the victim for existing. Trayvon Martin is not a criminal because he existed while black. There was a thing that happened this week where I am very happy a lot of people got into these cats' collective asses, that Geraldo Rivera on Fox News had tried to say that this young man, because he wore a hoodie, contributed to George Zimmerman making the decision to kill him. Last I knew, wearing a damn hoodie ain't kill people.
Who did that on Fox News?
Geraldo Rivera. And there's a video clip and everything, and he also did a similar editorial. Now, I'm going to get a little more into the stuff he said in a minute and how ridiculous that is on a whole bunch of levels. But you will see stuff like that, or, you know, various commentary of, well, you know, people wore this, so that makes people scared. I can get scared of a white dude in the suit. That don't give me the right to pull a gun and pop him in the dome. Because those cats cause harm too. Look at Wall Street and other stuff. Don't get that twisted. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, people who just can't wrap around in their minds that just because you exist as a young black person, much less a young black man or a black man in general, that you're not a criminal. And that to me has been very, very sickening throughout this entire situation. Now, with what Geraldo Rivera got into, and let me just pull this up real quick so I can do a quickie quote or two. Excuse me, everybody. Since I want to be as accurate as possible with all this before I get into some of the legal stuff and whatnot. Essentially, Geraldo Rivera talked about, well, when people see, and I'm paraphrasing, but he essentially was like, when young black men and Latino teenagers or young people wear hoodies or have pants sagging or whatever, that makes people nervous. And he was talking about his own son, who he's like, who he said specifically is dark skinned. He tells him not to do that. Now, look here. Now, for one thing, your name is Geraldo Rivera. You're Latino. That's some crazy self-hating ish right there. Like, just because you're on Fox News and you wore a suit, even though granted I know he's half Latino, I think like his other side is like, it's like Europe.
A white man, he looked at a white man for 50 meters.
It's like European Jew or something, yeah, or whatever. Cause I no, like, you know me, I researched all this type of stuff too. I'm like, so you're essentially saying that if your son, who is supposed to be a dark-skinned Latin dude, walks out of his house wearing a hoodie, you know, essentially a sweatshirt or whatever type of shirt with a hood on it, because hell, maybe it's raining or it's cold, or they running or something. It's open season for them to get shot. That should make no sense. Besides the fact that I don't care if Trayvon Martin was wearing a 3-piece suit. He would have got killed that day because somebody would have felt that he didn't belong around the way. And if you look at the history of these ridiculous killings throughout the years, last I knew, Emmett Till wore suits. Last I knew, a lot of these civil rights generation cats wore suits or, you know, wore pretty clean clothing. And that didn't stop them from getting killed for, again, the perceived crime of being suspicious while black or existing while black. And one thing I will give his son credit on, like, his son immediately put out something talking about, I'm ashamed about what my father said.
Well, yeah, that's good.
So, you know, at the very least, jackassery is not genetic. So, you know, that's good. But for me to look at something like that and to be like, you even had something like that come out of your mouth as a man who don't get it messed up. Because honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Fox News fired them just to get the heat off of them. because they already got a lot of heat on them, that those cats just look at you as, you know, a quota minority, so they can look okay. They dump your ass in a heartbeat. They probably beat you up on the side. Like, what gets you to that point of just trying to do that type of degradation, where instead of being there like, you know what, we should all get to the point where we have people being viewed on an equality basis, you're telling your own kids to be scared of a white supremacist structure in this country. Like, you be a good boy or girl, you don't gotta worry about it. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous to a high degree. Besides the fact that Trayvon Martin ain't even been buried yet. You gonna say something insensitive like that? You gonna like blame the clothes he was wearing while his parents are still around grieving? And we ain't even getting to that George Zimmerman hasn't even been arrested yet. We haven't even gone through juries or nothing yet. I'm like, you know, I'm the type where I don't necessarily like saying, and Jon Judah knows me for a few years, and people who've known me personally know that I'm not the type who likes to say that somebody is lost. Everybody might not be your cause, but nobody is a lost cause. Geraldo Rivera is a lost cause to me. That is a lost cause dude, and that's a lost cause dude as a person of color and as a man. To even go there. When you have some people who we've made fun of on the show, like Representative Allen West of Florida, who still has politicoon mentality as far as I'm concerned, but even that dude's like, this needs to be investigated, because if for no other reason, the police dropped the ball, much less any race issues. When you have Republican presidential candidates who said a whole bunch of crazy stuff about people of color and women, talking about at the very least on a U.S. political basis in terms of how the justice system is supposed to work, this has dropped the ball. There's a problem. There is a real problem. And with all of this being said, I hope things will be done, and to a degree, I mean, I think it's good that people are actually really trying to confront the issues of race and class here in America, because honestly, one of the bad things that we see about this situation is like his folks probably were like, we're gonna live the American dream, we're gonna work hard, get into a nice place, raise our kids right, not have to worry about anything. But that didn't matter because that young man was black.
No doubt.
Went through all the right steps of rigmarole, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter at all. And when people try to push the post-racial thing in terms of fill in the ethnic, you know, crude term here, be quiet type of situation, people can't be quiet about none of this type of stuff anymore. And on that level, that's cool, and I hope that goes ahead and stays that way. We've had everything from the people who I've said make comments to even the president of the United States, President Barack Obama, talking about, if I had a son, he looked like Trayvon Martin. And I can't imagine what his parents are going through right now. And to quote, I'm glad that not only the Justice Department is looking into this, but the governor of the state of Florida has put together a task force to investigate the case. Talking about, when I think about this boy, I think about my own kids.
No doubt.
Which, quite frankly, I'm glad he said something, because it's like, you know, I know sometimes you can't get all extra or whatever, but that was a real moment to me.
No doubt.
Where he knew what was up. Plus, there have been a lot of protests happening so far throughout the United States. Peaceful protests, which are trying to really get things rolling in terms of trying to get justice through the legal system over here. From New York City, which definitely shouts to all the independent media folks who had the live stream of that particular event happening, to around Trayvon Martin's hometown, to the DC metro area, which by the time this podcast is up this week, that particular protest at Freedom Plaza should be happening, and plenty more. There were walkouts in high schools that have happened so far. There have been walkouts at colleges and protests at colleges. And the thing that, while this is a horrible tragedy, that has been beautiful about this is it has shown that at least on some level, generationally, people are trying to break away from just blind racism. You see very diverse groups of people at these protests. Now, you definitely see a whole bunch of people of black descent, because these are the people who unfortunately had to live with this every day. But you just have people who could just like look at basic stuff and be like, yo, this is crazy. Or especially when the 9/11 calls from the Trayvon Martin shooting drop, and you hear this boy crying and screaming for his life before he gets shot. And all this stuff is on the web. I'm not going to play it on the show because, quite frankly, it's very upsetting. Or whatever. You have people who just as human beings are like, damn, this ain't right. This is not right. And I know one of the things that has been happening through the social networks and media on the web is there have been a lot of hoodie protest pictures talking about justice for Trayvon Martin. I'm Trayvon Martin. It's been from regular folks to to a decent amount of famous folks, including, I know just as of today, all of the Miami Heat did the protest pictures. Led by LeBron James. You know, it was pretty much a thing talking about, well, y'all say he wore a hoodie and that meant that he was whatever. You have pictures of older white folks, little kids, all other types of stuff, just talking about, you know, yo, we could be that. And that's nervous to be that way, especially because in the state of Florida, what has making this even more of a controversy is that there is a law over there that was supported by National Rifle Association, and that's in a few other states, called the Stand Your Ground Law. And essentially, real short summation with this legislation, it eliminated the duty to avoid any type of confrontation with somebody and authorizes the use of deadly force if there is, quote unquote, a reasonable belief that is necessary to prevent death or bodily harm. So essentially, if somebody feels shook and they feel that, you know, they might come to harm, they can shoot you. Now, you put that in the mix with some stereotypes about people, and that's just a law that has problems. I'm not against people bearing arms. I'm against stuff like this occurring where it's almost guaranteed that somebody's going to have a racial aspect to it. Oh, that Negro made me nervous or jealous or whatever else. I'm just going to shoot him. Then I'm going to say they were attacking me or something. We'll have another, what was that situation in South Carolina about a decade or so ago, Judah? Like Susan Smith situation.
What situation?
The lady who killed her kids, Susan Smith. I think that's her name.
Okay.
The one that drowned her kids, where they were like, the way I can throw somebody off the scent is to blame black people.
No doubt.
And this stand your ground law is a frightening thing, as we see with this case, and I'm sure that can occur with other stuff. This is a situation that unfortunately just got caught because parents are savvy, and we're in the new media age where people can find out stuff via independent media before it gets to the major corporate media.
No doubt.
And what have you. And this is the type of law that even if, you know, everything goes to trial and this man gets justice in jail, whether it's through fellow prisoners or through the system, hopefully both, personally, in my opinion, I think he needs his ass beat. My opinion, I can't say it for our radio stations. At the very least. Stuff like this existing in the hands of people who could just be crazy as hell, it's worrisome. It's very, very worrisome. So,
well, one thing that I'd like to say about it, especially about the law that she had just talked about and all this coming up to, in my years of dealing with human beings, is that what essentially is being said is that shoot black people and blame it on something else.
Mm-hmm.
If the federal government and local and state government have allowed such laws to exist because they know within the psyche realms of human beings there's this hatred, and that they know that they also know that they can you have a justification on why they're shooting people, on why they are trying to inflict harm. So I mean, I agree with Fusion that in other words, it's open season on. It's always been open season on black people. A lot of people say, whatever. People who say that we had already been saying stuff before this had came up to this point. And there's some people who are maybe just now accepting the reality that it is like this. So, we don't want to necessarily make them feel bad. But it's very interesting everybody I know, at least from my, Jersey and New York, who had been down there, didn't like it. Didn't like it to make it home. Mm-hmm. And the people who had some consciousness, most of them said that it was a racist place. And plus I do know that they were CIA experiments on some of the black population down there. So Florida, to say the least, they are messing with those black people down there. And the fact that it went this far and nobody would ever hope, the fact that other people are getting involved within the legal system means that something hopefully will happen. And in some ways, I think do they not want to do something to all? Do they not want to do it to all? So at the same time, see people inflamed with anger or maybe potentially do something. You know what I'm saying? So there's always those little things and about that or whatever. Fusion broke it down very well, most of the information, so I'm not even going to really go too much further with that. But it just goes to show you that there's God and there's the enemies of God. If a black person can't walk out with a hoodie or whatever, in a gated community, because see, the thing is, I just remembered this. The thing is, that dude, he knew that that kid was there. He had seen him before. He just lied when he spoke to the cops. He knew if he was a member of that little gated community, he had seen them before. Black people to other people stick out. It's not like you didn't see them. All people who ain't black look out for black people. All people who ain't black look out for black people in the sense of, if just in the back of their mind, black people might change and harm them. I don't care who it is. How revolutionary. In some ways, they have that on the back of their mind. So you in this little gated community where everybody has some bread. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He didn't like the fact that a black family was in there, and the best way in his eyes to stifle that or to stifle that generational thing that could happen to black people, whatever, is to kill off the male children or kill off the children. Mm-hmm. So particularly the male children, because the male gives the seed. And so it's a very unique thing, and I think definitely people have to have their creator in their mind and their thoughts and their proper vibrations, because this is a time when the enemies of God are coming after black people and using justifications, and they're using all races, and it's really a cosmic war going on that's beyond flesh and blood. But the main targets are black people, and and I don't say that with pride. I say that with a number of different feelings. But we just have to be on point and have the proper vibrations, because anger, hate, jealousy, those are the things that will not allow the energies to flow, particularly within psychic, naturally born psychic people like white people. People will make up situations on your job and everywhere to whatever. And I'll say this before wrapping up: if you're a black person, everywhere you go, you can have friends, but everybody is gunning for black people to go down. And the black people who are gunning for other black people are doing it so they can get something out of it, to look good to other to other people who don't like black people, or they're just confused and caught up in that cosmic conspiracy that essentially has trying to bleed people or suck people dry, because they either want to suck your energy or they want to suck your blood. In other words, you either die and as a sacrifice, or you either allow your head and your heart and your energy to be bogged down with things that are essentially to confuse you. You know what I'm saying? and with your anger and hate. Them taking it to the streets like they did in New York and across the country was right.
No doubt.
That's the real New York. You know, not some really slick job talking niggas who talking about drugs. That's the real New York. All of that is the real New York, but essentially that is the meat and potatoes of New York. You know, and when you hear me talking about New York, I'm talking about that New York. The hip hop New York from the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, and that New York. That's the New York I'm talking about. You know, we ain't talking about crack cocaine and pimping. You know, that destroyed black people. That destroyed black people, all of those. So that's not, that God ain't in none of that. You know what I'm saying? Black masculinity had his best thing in there. So, you know, we trying to elevate it and take it somewhere else where it's supposed to be. Alright?
No doubt there, Judah, no doubt. And two real quick notes on this. As I said before, I'm very happy of the diversity of people and people of different places and backgrounds, famous and non-famous, who are talking seriously about this case and putting out information. I'm also very ashamed about how some of the hip-hop generation has been in with this particular case, famous and non-famous. I mean, you got some people who are just like, well, people die every day and black folks die every day. That means you're not supposed to care. You know, if that was your homie or you want everybody to care.
That's fear, because they don't want to upset somebody, and you know, that's fear of people who don't even believe in God.
That's fear, and that's cowardice.
I agree.
Or as some people would like to use, since you know, whatever, that's being bitch made, as some people will use it the slang term or whatever. And I just can't be down for that when there's something like this particular case, where especially if you hear those 911 calls and you hear this dude say effing coons and all but types of other racial stuff while he's making this call, and that's not going to touch you or make you nervous somehow, because again, Trayvon Martin's only pseudo crime was existing while black in an area that somebody didn't feel he was supposed to belong in, and you can't stick up for that. You can't use your Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, or whatever to be like, that's messed up, and keep it moving. If you're an artist who's a musician or whatever, you can't even refer to this joint in a tune. Shout out to the people who have been doing good tunes on this, by the way. And I appreciate all the people, independent and otherwise, who have been submitting stuff to the show for this, and I'm sure we'll be playing some of this stuff in rotation as it go on, from the Desiree X's to Mr. Fab and a whole bunch of other cool independent artists on that level. But to see even famous rappers from Florida say nothing as of this broadcast, they have not heard a single solitary word. But we supposed to back up cats who commit stupid crimes and want them to be free or want them to be alive. Like I said, I don't like believing that everybody is lost, but some people are, you know, and that just really rubbed me personally the wrong way in regards to stuff, and will continue to do so. You know, that to me spiritually is not correct. And again, also with this dude Zimmerman, we don't know who he rolls with. We don't know, you know, I think he's tied into somebody, because I'm like, you don't even have police around your house. Like, I don't know if he's rich, I don't know if he's an ex-gang dude, I have no idea what's going on. But the fact that nobody has done anything for, as of now, over 3 weeks is insane. And as of now, you can't tell me that this is not a racial crime, and that justice truly does not need to be done. So I just want to hop on those two things real quick, because, you know, there is a spiritual emptiness. I'm not going to be getting, you know, religious or preachy on anybody, and, you know, Judah doesn't do so. But something is wrong where in 2012 we got to worry about stuff that people had to worry about in 1912, in terms of walking down the street and somebody just decided they could just eliminate you and not have to worry about anything. I ain't supposed to feel like it's Rosewood. I'm not supposed to be scared that, heaven forbid, one of my male relatives or friends is just going about their business. Somebody can just feel like shooting them. And they can't exist no more. They'll be slabbing the morgue until I report something.
And I shouldn't feel like I have to kiss booty and talk to everybody so everybody won't feel whatever. If I'm not harming you, disrespecting you, embarrassing you, then keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Like, people have to be all in people's faces, like, you know, like, yes, master, and make everybody feel friendly, to make everybody else feel better. And not even those same people won't even acknowledge those same black people. But those are the same people who will have justifications to start shooting at black people. Because deep down, they want to be, deep down, they're against God, and they're against the plan that God has for black people, which at its highest essence includes black people only, but it includes some other races too.
No doubt, no doubt. End of the day, you know, people can't turn back the clock of time no matter how much they want to do so in this country or in other places. And just one more statement again, I'm glad for everybody who sees this case for what it is, and I hope a form of justice is done. I would prefer for it to happen in a court of law, because it hasn't happened in a court of law for so damn long in the United States. It would be nice just to see that. But I'll say one thing, and I can't say this for our broadcast partners or anything, so they do not have responsibility for my particular opinion on this. I ain't gonna cry no tears if it happens on the street. I'd like for it to happen in a court of law, but I ain't gonna cry no tears if it happens another way. For the dude, I wanted justice for his family to see it, more so than whatever else.
Do something. If a black person race kills a woman who ain't black, everybody wants them to go down.
Oh, they would have been in jail already.
Everybody wants them to go down. So that same energy will be in the same. That energy, you know, you can't. That energy is there. You know what I'm saying? It can't be for one and not another. That's not how nature works.
No doubt.
If anything, you shouldn't have it within you. But it's one thing when people tell you to have it, not to have it, but they do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's really going on. Oh, I don't feel that way. But if you do it to me, I'm coming after you. You know what I'm saying? In other words, play. You know, be servant until you die, so we can take your organs, be a meat source, and throw your black ass carcass away. That's how it goes down. When black people die, they're gonna take. You know, there's gonna be more organs they're gonna need black organs. You know, there's a go on the internet, get on anything by Professor Griff. He got a DVD. They showing some people in Asia eating a black man. I saw it. They were eating a black man. See, that's the end result of all this. So they can get the organs and use them as on the black market, and the ingredients or liquids, that secretions that came in there, they can also use that and sell that. That's where a lot of this is going. You know what I'm saying? That's where really a lot of this is going, because all them people, they're gonna start shooting and killing. I mean, they're gonna take them to morgues and take their body parts. Believe that, because they're superior than anybody else's for what they need. That's just how it goes down. You know what I'm saying? But with the proper vibrations and with that thing that God gave people of color and people of the right vibration who are not black, you know, we're going to be able to avoid a lot of the catastrophe that comes down.
No doubt.
It ain't about, you know, west. It ain't about east or west. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be about who has that proper vibration within their heart and that proper energy force. If they ain't got it, you know, a lot of stuff is going to start happening, and a lot of these devils are going to be able to start tricking you into acting when you should act. But anyway.
No doubt. I mean, end of the day, change had to come, and while there's definitely real reason to feel emotion about stuff, we need to be as controlled as possible too. Let's not start wilding and give people excuses to try to shut things down. At the same token, that don't mean to just be quiet and cower in the corner until somebody co-signs that it's hit now to say something. You know what I mean? So, end of the day, man, I hope justice for Trayvon Martin and his family. And I hope it for all these people who in the past, present, and future have dealt with this type of nonsense. For, again, the pseudo-crime of existing while black here in the States and beyond, because somebody's on a supremacy trip and needs to feel like a man or a woman. So, yeah, man, we definitely had to get into that, because that's just been a very hectic week here in the States. I'm going to do one or two more joints, and then we're going to hop into the show and all of that, because these are just this has been a crazy news week, man. First off, shouts out, excuse me, to Teju Cole. I'm not going to get terribly into this article, but people can go to the Atlantic.com website and find this article called The White Savior Industrial Complex. one of the really excellent articles I've read in a while. And as a short summation, like, he at first got into it because the entire Coney 2012 Invisible Children charity situation we talked about a week or two ago. And it essentially narrows down to him saying that if somebody can feel like they're saving people of color, like almost a white man's burden type of thing, it gets mad promo in play. But if people can't align that with any other causes in regards to people of color, a lot of heads ignore it. And the examples and stuff he really breaks down on that get very, very deep. So because we had someone talk about on Trayvon Martin, I'm not going to get terribly into this, but please check out that article. If you do follow my personal page on Facebook.com, it's on my Facebook wall. And this brother was on it with this article, so big shouts out to him on that.
No doubt.
Next up on a news story, speaking of nature and laws of nature and stuff like that, the U.S. Supreme Court did one thing right this past week. What they did was rule that there can be no such thing as patenting laws of nature by biotech companies. In other words, this one company was trying to patent medical tests on monitoring patients' blood and other types of stuff, but the Supreme Court was like, this is too similar to natural phenomenon to receive intellectual property protection. As people may know, there's been a lot of stuff going on, whether it's in regards to food, animals, humans, etc. People are like literally trying to patent, creation, like genes, DNA, and stuff like that. And while we have a very fractured Supreme Court here in the United States, this particular ruling was unanimous. And to quote, laws of nature, natural phenomena, and abstract ideas are not patentable under the provision of the U.S. Patent Act. So while they've made some kind of weird rulings the past few years, good for them for doing that and getting that out there.
That's kind of what I was saying earlier. I'm glad Fusion said that, because essentially they want to be able to patent certain things that are within the body. So in the sense that they patent it, they'll almost, hopefully it won't be a situation where they'll be able to own individuals in that way. Oh, we can patent melanin. Melanin is made is secreted from the pineal gland in all human brains. It's secreted more in people of color. It's secreted the most in black people. And that's what helps with psych abilities. If you get bruised, that black and blue, that's melanin. And that's a healing thing. When you get darker in the bruise, that's healing. The darkness is a part of the healing mechanism, which is they want to be able to get control of some of these different things, which they already make melatonin from, and be able to control things or be able to manipulate nature or be able to do certain things. I'm glad the Supreme Court has shot that down, because how you gonna patent things that God created? You couldn't even make it. You only knew about it from God's creation. Then you're gonna try to patent it, or then to try to make it over. Like I said, there's either God and there's the enemy of God. Mm-hmm. So it's very real.
No doubt. And it was good you actually talked about that. I was like, that story just perfectly aligned in with stuff, and I wanted to bring that up on this week's show. And if people think that this talk gets a little bit on the paranoia end, please check out these two books. One is called The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks, and the other book is called Medical Apartheid. Just to see how people want to mess with doing experiments usually unknown on people, or trying to get genetic material to do things. And Medical Apartheid brings up some very recent stuff, and Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks happened in the mid 20th century, where her DNA strands are still used today, and who had been used for discovering different cures and stuff. But she died, she ain't never know, and her family is like even still trying to get that acknowledgement of that the Johns Hopkins hospital around the DC metro area were the ones who took her genetic material and did that. These joints called HeLa cells. So this is not science fiction people are talking about here. I know sometimes just because this stuff isn't really talked about too much, it seems a little out there, but this is journalistic and medically documented information in both of those books. So that's a whole other rant for another day, but check that stuff out and then come back and be kind of glad the Supreme Court made one right decision for once on that particular level.
One thing I want to say about him there, the rag joint, is that, if you notice, they had to use a black woman, American black woman doing it. They didn't use no other woman, but American black woman doing it. That's why they promote interracial dating, because the white man, all men who don't have the capacity to make nappy hair, no dark skin, lighter skinned men, by mixing with black women, that makes their children, in a sense, stronger. That's why they promote that. Because, in other words, the offspring will be stronger than it was before that. That's why they promote it. It's a genetic thing to try to mix with black blood in that way and try to make, and just in general. I think it's cool to people to do what they want to do if they want to go whatever, but the drive, media-wise, and the money behind that drive is so individuals can, they'll lighten up the race while killing as many as possible, and then there will be as few dark-skinned people as possible, and there will be a pool of mixed individuals. I'll just end it at that.
All right, there, Judah. Yeah, this is one of those type of shows, people. It's just gonna have to be that way, commentary-wise. When crazy racial stuff doesn't happen, we won't have to talk about crazy racial stuff. Till then, hey, way it has to go, and hopefully this again sparks people's thought in people's minds. Yeah, two more quick things. Then I'm just gonna do a little music thing, and then we're gonna get right into the show. I'm sure some people have heard about the pink slime situation in ground beef. Really, really short summation. Pink slime is this stuff that they douse with ammonia and a whole bunch of other stuff. Then they put back in as filler in ground beef. Now, and it's like different byproduct and all that type of stuff. And it's used as filler. Now, people are learning more about what the hell that is. And this caused a huge backlash here in the States where you had people like, I don't want that crap in my ground beef. Because we're in the internet age or whatever else, people can actually do that type of research and see what's going on. Now, there's a few school systems that have already said they're going to phase out this pink slime in the beef, including spots up around the DC Metro, New York Metro, and New Jersey Metro. And also, there's a whole bunch of chain grocery stores and other spots. I know around my way, Safeway is one of them, and some other spots where we ain't gonna have that stuff in our thing anymore either. Besides, McDonald's saying they weren't going to have it. I think a few months back we talked about the Taco Bell situation where they had like all types of crazy crap where it was just technically defined beef, but it really wasn't. Well, they aren't supposed to have it in some other things. On one end, I'm like, that's good news. On the other end, it's like, why the hell was that crap in there in the first place for so long?
To make people sick, so they can go to, so they can patronize the funky white lab coats in the medical church.
Yeah, it's unsettling for you to be there. Like, well, again, we're in a kind of a weird age where you almost had to pay more to eat relatively decent, but to find out, like, it's good that more of this, I guess, quote unquote frankenfood information is being put out to the main public. But it's like, why would somebody even think about all this type of junk in the first place to be able to put it in? And Judah put out, some folks just trying to push other industries. Some people are just greedy, all of that. But I thought that was a good food news story. And one more story. This is just a harsh week of news. That's why I'm going to do a little music babbling for a minute afterwards. Crazy story from our people over in Europe. There is a situation, as I'm sure people know, there's controversy with the Roman Catholic Church pretty much everywhere in the world, in various media, especially, the earlier days and stuff with different cases about clergy molesting kids, particularly priests and young boys and stuff like that. There was a research thing done by the Daily Telegraph over in the UK, where they went through Dutch Roman Catholic Church records, and they found out at least 10 teenage boys under the age of 21, after they accused clergy of, sexually molesting them or whatever, were surgically castrated to quote unquote get rid of homosexuality. So in other words, because they got abused by some dirty old men, the boys got castrated and the priest got shuffled around. Now, people can believe whatever they want spiritually, believe in monotheism, multiple beings, whatever have you. I think whether you believe in that type of stuff or not, it's messed up that somebody who's supposed to be a representative of a higher power preys on people, and then they don't decide to punish those people who did the preying on people. They punish kids who had no control over nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just warped and twisted to me. And the article that's in the Telegraph, you can also find this article on the web. It's very detailed, but it just blew my mind that they were like, we're going to castrate these boys and shuffle these priests around instead of doing something to help heads out. And that's a damn shame.
And what's even more damn shame is black Catholics.
I don't know.
How you going to be involved in something that was involved in all of the slavery that had taken place with Africans? What was behind all of that?
Well, I think one thing we got to remember is with all of this type of stuff is, one thing, people, whatever they pass down is very strong ties, and two, it takes some reading to find out about some things and where to go. And a lot of stuff, unfortunately, unless it's publicized like this, doesn't even spark people to check things out, or they're too comfortable in a particular rut. Like something like this, I wouldn't even know how to react if I was in that particular country and I found that type of thing out.
No.
Much less whatever happened in these countries. We know it's not everybody's not on that nonsense, but to have a system that protected those guys instead of kids, and then wonder why people aren't necessarily in line with your particular religion or spirituality as they used to be, it's ridiculous. It's a linear line. Like, you supposed to be about A, B, C, D, or E, but you're allowing this to happen? That's just disgusting.
It's like what they're saying on the road is like, we're homosexual. That's what they're saying, and they want people to accept that and kind of just sweep everything under the rug. Hey, let us touch little boys' boo-boos, and everything will be all right. We'll let a couple get caught and show an example of them maybe, but they know it's still gonna go on like it's been going on before there was a Church of Rome, just even in the days of the Caesars. That long line of that, that was something at all. Even from the Greek days, most Greek society was homosexual. Most of it was. Even the warriors. So this is kind of a long, really line of something that's just continuing on, unfortunately.
Well, I'm put it like this: lots of beliefs ain't down for pedophilia. I personally am type, I don't necessarily care what you do in your own bedroom, but you ain't supposed to grab up some kid and molest them, much less to that other particular level. There's a reason why when those accusations come out to people, it throws folks for a loop.
No doubt.
And for a legitimate loop. I mean, you had people who were accused of it wrongly, such as Michael Jackson, who never recovered because of the accusation. Because even in other cultures, that's just twisted. That's just warped and twisted. And for people who, which I find very ironic, especially in the political realm here in the States, who want to yell and scream about what men and women are supposed to do relationship wise and what, I'm like, y'all are yelling and screaming at people about what they doing on their own business, but your own current faith structure don't even know how to handle basic stuff straight. I'm no biblical scholar, but the Bible ain't down for pedophilia. You know what I'm saying? At all, much less people just grabbing folks up and saying this is in the name of God and whatever else. Get out of here. Get out of here. Like, until you get your stuff straight, like these Rick Santorum cats or whatever else, you stay away from other people's body parts, okay? Because your own folks can't handle that business right now. More and more each day. But anyway, one or two good music news things. DJ Premier and Freddie Fox, aka Bumpy Knuckles, are putting out an album soon.
That'll be good.
that should be a excellent look for hip hop appeals for my folks who like the boom bap sound. They got to join up with Nas right now. That is kicking. Besides, we played 1 or 2 tracks that have leaked as of late for that. So, we're getting into that period. More and more music releases are coming out, and that's encouraging. For my people who are into rock, David Bowie is re-releasing the Ziggy Stardust album, deluxe edition. And it's kind of scary. I think that album's like, they said, like 35, 40 years old.
Oh, no.
It's like, good Lord. That's kind of bugged out. He's one of those dudes that almost like kind of scares me because he seems like he looks almost the same.
Who's that now?
Bowie, David Bowie.
Oh, no, definitely. Nah.
Like him and Iman are like damn near, and they're like, they're at least upper 50s by now, if not 60s. And they look damn near the same.
Now, big up to David Bowie. David Bowie is a very good artist, and I think he has a very good vibe about him. Big up, and David Bowie was
he put on Luther Vandross.
And that goes to this one now. David Bowie is, I can say, out of cats out of the UK, he's a cat you should definitely check out. Not all this stuff is funky, but David Bowie got some stuff though. I mean, he was kind of like on that thing that Prince was on before Prince was. I don't want to make it seem like when you check it like, oh, you really did, In a way, he came off bisexual, but he was a good artist nonetheless. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was one of those cats who was able to do the flamboyant artist thing, but still be an artist, if that makes any sense. It wasn't just like how some heads now just like wear some crazy-ish and just want to try to get attention.
Yeah.
It was like he did that, but you would still be able to put on that album and be like, wow, this is kind of jamming. And plus, as I mentioned before, Luther Vandross was one of his backup singers back in the day. Even in Luther's official official biography, like he quoted that David Bowie told him to go solo. That, yo, dude, you're mad talented with the songwriting and the singing. Like, you ain't supposed to be my backup singer forever. That don't make no sense. And for people who, especially when they get on that star level, they usually try to be blocking people. I thought that was kind of a cool story. So even beforehand, I liked his joints, but I had to get a little big up on that level too.
And also, David Bowie had James Brown did a David Bowie song over back in the 70s. Not like in the 80s or 90s as a comeback, but David Bowie did a song called Fame, which has been sampled by certain rap artists. And James did it over. James did a version of it. So James, he was respected by, the inventors of funk and soul. You know what I'm saying? So, no doubt, big up to David Bowie.
No doubt. And that was during a generation where it wasn't about just empty cosigns. Everybody put in their work to get, those props. And lastly, shouts out to the Howard Theater in Washington, D.C. Very historic performance space and whatnot is reopening in April. And I remember when I was young going to different stuff in the Howard Theater or whatever, right around the U Street corridor for people who are familiar with Washington, D.C. Been around for quite some time. Lots of famous folks will come through, and they got a lot of people coming through in April. Unfortunately, some great shows have already sold out, but looking at what they're doing, they're still trying to keep that tradition alive of having the good comedy, old and new school music, hip-hop, soul, funk, jazz, reggae. Some really good black rock shows coming up actually over there.
No doubt.
Jazz and stuff like that. So I want to big up the theater for reopening. I want to big up whoever is booking their shows. Because they're not keeping it on some top 100 guys and that's it type of thing. They seem like they really want to try to show multi-diverse black entertainment. And unfortunately, we're getting in the age where that's more and more rare in sizable venues and places to see. So to have a spot like that come back full and kicking, where you got everybody from Mos Def, the Bad Brains, the Jizza, Shaka Khan, BC Go-Go, pretty much inventor, much less legend, Chuck Brown, Cindy Blackman, a whole bunch of other people coming through. It's gonna be a serious thing. So I hope after all these renovation and stuff, the Howard Theater stays around for another, 50 to 100 plus years. So want to end on a positive note, because man, as y'all heard, it's been rough. It's been rough, but we're going to persevere and maintain, and through sadness, we got to bring happiness, and we all got to achieve balance. So after all this commentary and talking and mind sparking. We're gonna get you to some toe tapping, head nodding, and hopefully some dancing.
Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Do this light and vibration, bringing the sound and infinity. Through this radio frequency, through satellites, we all can hear and feel we. Yes, indeed, the sounds of the drum.
No doubt.
From the center, from the black soul, from the black mind, spreading to all and all. Much love to all mankind. Of course, DJ Fusion Jon Judah. We about to do this. Of course, we not new to. Yes, we love all, and of course, the black soul is gonna touch all and be forever.
No doubt, no doubt. Y'all definitely know what time it is. This is 21st Century Black Radio. No payola, uncut, unfiltered, quality control to a T. This is the syndicated worldwide FuseBox Radio Show with DJ Fusion and Jon Judah. 3 hours of authentic, wonderful slice of black radio goodness. And much love to everybody on the independent media and who's doing their thing, period. And much love to everybody else representing the other dope slices of black radio. All right, here we go.
Yes, indeed. The God masculine and the God feminine about to get in it. Peace.
Peace.
Everybody over here. Get on up. Everybody right there. Get into it. Everybody over there. Get involved. Everybody just microphone check. Can I get a check up from the neck up? Can I kick a rhyme while I'm checking my time? Can I get a call cause you did the crime for sure? You're probably killing me with these shots. Tell me what I got and I'm gone. Pandemic. Who did it? Right? Who did it? That's who did it. Who? War health organized. Murderized. Came to the aid, got paid. Doctor in the lab concocted germ warfare to the booty. I rocked it. 1 to 5 million going down in the ground. Most in the black and the brown. This riddle if I didn't cross over like a Hardaway triple. They're blaming on some green African monkey. Now ain't that funky? I why the clock is doing the tick and the tock. I didn't know that the gun is aimed at cock. Test the 1, 2. Can I get a witness? Yes, can I get a witness? Yes, then check it. I'm checking records and facts about the battle to the Indian, Japanese, the whites, and the blacks. Germs they spread it. Warfare I read it. Quote me on this again, and I said it. A bigger damage in the trigger and glocks. A mass murder and mass phone blanket full of smallpox. No guarantees getting lesser fees. Tuskegee had us go out with disease. Please come on. Tribe of mine killed by the swine. Who crossed the line? Who did the crime? The genetic getting wrecked. Protect your neck. Check the epidemic. Drug use, addiction, and murder. I heard of pregnancy, infant mortality. Rest in poverty. Net peace, disease to decease. Sterilize, realize that beast. So here's a word to the wise. They got us running out of
now listening to FuseBox Radio with DJ Fusion.
Black and proud. Can't stop the bum rush. Blessed with
with the talented format. I'm kicking the earth like a doormat. The more I grow, the more I understand. And I don't really care about a grafted man, cause he wants to mold me, shape and carve me. But I use my mind like Marcus Garvey. Dr. King was a man with a new faith. They got rid of him, that was the last day. Clue was Klux, the man of a clan. Called to crucify the intelligent black man. Honor is African to die as a dweller. Reach out to teach like Nelson Mandela. Power for all my people, the rebels back and the brothers are equal. So let's unite so we can all resist him. Black, the shade of the solar system. Freedom of speech, I scream it loud. Proud to be black, cause black I'm proud. Black I'm proud. Can't stop the bum rush. Black I'm proud. Can't stop the bum rush. I'm living this race like a marathon, and I'm going out like Farrakhan. But he's not out cause the brother is all in. The black man was here since the day it began. Beware, the cursed seed is out there. Tragedy will live for a light year. As long as we fight and go all out for each other, black will be the color of my brothers. Find your ancestors and what they did, cause intelligent blacks built pyramids. Seek and obtain, you'll find descriptions. Pyramids were built by Egyptians and put on plantations to work the fastest. Mothers and sisters raped by slave masters, gamed by the devil and swift talkers. Until this day my brothers are sleepwalkers, tricked by the devil to feel inferior. In all reality my people are superior. Freedom of speech, I scream it loud. Proud to be black, cause black I'm proud. Black I'm proud. Can't stop the bum rush. Black I'm proud. Can't stop the bum rush. Bum rush, bum rush, bum rush, bum rush. Stop the bum rush. Form the freedom fighter, here to keep fighting, illustrating the issue on a government item. Africa is in need, but the government's stepping, collecting taxes for testing weapons. You can stand by the rebel, cause I know it's gonna be a better day. Another way, I'm proud to say black is dominant and here to stay. Before this day, I cannot wait to see who will win over love and hate. Use your brain. Don't kill it with base. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. Hannibal conquered Europe on elephants. Another black man of intelligence. We grow with the black complex, but we should be encouraged by Malcolm X. With freedom of speech, he spoke it loud. No sellout! No sellout! Proud to be black, cause black he was proud. Black I'm proud. Can't stop the bum rush. Black I'm proud. Can't stop the bum rush. Bum rush, bum rush.
You are now listening to FuseBox Radio.
Human beings in a mob. What's a mob to a king? What's a king to a god? What's a god to a non-believer who don't believe in anything? Will he make it out alive? Alright, alright.
Sunday, the God's day, a day of rest. The NBA All-Stars are playing next. But right outside that same city, the celebratory atmosphere would change quickly. Who watching the game with me? You know Lil Trayvon was repping his hometown, D-Wade and LeBron. He had just came up from Miami to see a daddy who knew such a great weekend would end badly in a place where you move because it's safe for your family. But some people got an ingrown hate for your family. Halftime, just a short break from the slamming. About to go to the store, little cuz, you want some candy? Bet I'll grab you some Skittles, kid. I'll be right back in a little bit. I said I'll grab you some Skittles, kid. I'll probably be right back in a little bit.
Human beings in a mob. What's a mob to a king? What's a king to a god? What's a god to a non-believer who don't believe in anything? Will he make it out alive?
was a roar like a soldier in a war that was watching them, clocking them, thinking about stopping them, 9 milli cocking them. Who's this nigga walking through my neighborhood? He fits all the specifics of criminal statistics. He looks suspicious. 911, what's your emergency? A black man's walking through my hood purposely. Stay calm, it's just little Trayvon, but he wanna be the hero, so he put his cape on. George Zimmerman, neighborhood block captain, loaded Glock strapped in, fake cop has been. Got out the car, ignoring what the cops asked him. They always get away, this time that will not happen.
Human beings in a mob. What's a mob to a king? What's a king to a god? What's a god to a non-believer who don't believe in anything? We make it out alive. Alright. Or shut you out.
George Zimmerman didn't take his Ritalin, drunk off adrenaline, says he's making the citizens arrest. Trayvon looks at him vexed. I just walked to the store, nothing more, nothing less. Just steps from his home, he ignores his request. George grabs him, Trayvon swings and connects, starts screaming out for help, but Zimmerman sees a threat, so he pulls out his gun and he points it at his chest. He fires, but he misses. Trayvon pleads for forgiveness. I didn't do nothing, this is senseless. But George Zimmerman was so vicious, he made sure the second shot hit him. No survivor, no witness. Trayvon never gave his cousins his Skittles. Mr. All-Star Game didn't see another dribble, and George Zimmerman wasn't even arrested. The message is only white life is protected in America.
Right here on the FuseBox Radio.
DJ Fusion.
You are now listening to FuseBox Radio.
Why did Staff Sergeant Robert Bales kill 16 Iraqi civilians in the deep of night and supposedly all by himself in the countryside of a foreign land? Why did George Zimmerman stalk and then kill 17-year-old Trayvon Martin as the 140-pound kid talked on a cell phone with his girlfriend in a gated community near Orlando, Florida? Bales and Zimmerman did it because they could, because they felt they had permission to snuff out the lives of Iraqis and black teenagers who had never even thought to offend them. The only reason that these two instances of murder are of such deep importance in the larger scheme of things, rather than just to the families and neighbors of the victims and the killers, is because both murderers had good reason to believe that American society would approve of what they did. Certainly, Sergeant Bales thought so. He had served 3 tours in Iraq after joining the Army at the ripe old age of 27, right after 9/11. The hyper-nationalist media constantly told him and the rest of the American public that the troops were heroes who were not only serving their own country, but also doing a great favor for the Iraqis and the Afghans. If the people of Iraq and Afghanistan didn't appreciate the presence of Sergeant Bales and his fellow soldiers and Marines, well, they were ingrates of the worst kind, unworthy of the sacrifice of even one of Sergeant Bales' buddies. Besides, they were all Hajis, a slur for Muslims that has the same venomous connotation as nigger. Sergeant Bales wasn't ashamed to use the term Haji in letters to his wife, so I guess he had reason to believe she was a racist too. The U.S. military preferred to descend on villages late at night when they had the advantage of surprise and night vision goggles and could wipe out whole extended families of Taliban, or people who were pronounced to be Taliban post-mortem, usually without suffering a single casualty. We own the night, that's what the Americans said, and nighttime is for killing Hajis. George Zimmerman had every reason to believe that Florida's Stand Your Ground law was written especially for him, and actually it was. The Stanford, Florida Police Department clearly thought the law was meant to protect Zimmerman from murder charges, which is why they claimed they didn't arrest him. When Zimmerman called the local cops from his SUV to tell them he was stalking Trayvon Martin, he confided to them that assholes, like the unknown black kid, always get away. But this one wouldn't get away, not with his life. Florida and lots of other states in recent years have noted that too many black people are getting away with life and need to be stopped. So they crafted legislation that would allow white fear to trump black rights to breathe air. In such jurisdictions, evocation of white fear now provides the same justification for summary murder as claims of rape of white women did for mob lynchings back in the day. It's as if the Florida legislature had put out a call for black people to be summarily shot all over the state when it passed the bill. The racial intention was clear, the results totally predictable. George Zimmerman doesn't seem like a very bright young man, but even he knew that Florida civil society wanted some black folks dead. Sergeant Bales and Steve Zimmerman murdered Afghans and an African-American kid because they could, and because American society told them that they should. For Black Agenda Radio, I'm Glenn Ford. On the web, go to blackagendareport.com.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You are now tuned in to the FuseBox Radio Broadcast with DJ Fusion and Jon Judah.
You're as good as they say you are.
Syndicated worldwide to bring real black radio back to the masses.
Floating through your mind.
tomorrow that we reject. Where we go, they always go through the gardens of the galaxies. Senses simply release. Take the time to fix your attitude. Let negativity conclude. Fantastic arrangement, engagement, react. We grace through a phase like a plague of a fact. Where we go, they always go. You see we around and you see we not. We agree to agree, now with creed we are hot. Where we go, they always go. As I look back, I thought my shadow be black. Pangea didn't free us, they see us as tapped. Requesting to follow as stocks and cat, a borrowed tomorrow that we reject.
You're now listening to FuseBox Radio with DJ Fusion.
When I was playing my music as a little boy, my mama used to say to me, keep it down, keep it down. Keep it down, 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 keep it down. When I'm bumping my music, my neighbors say, keep it down, keep it down. I get a phone call. My landlord says, keep it down, 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 keep it down. Knock at my door, Mr. Policeman, what you gonna say? Keep it down, he said. Keep it down, keep it down, keep it down, keep it down. In the club, the limiter says, keep it down. In the club, Mr. Promoter Man says, keep it down, keep it down, turn it up, keep it down, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up for the people, keep it up for the jammy head, keep it up, keep it up.
You are now listening to FuseBox Radio.
Welcome to Media Minutes. I'm Stevie Converse.
And I'm Candace Clement.
And I'm Megan Tatey. Verizon has joined forces with a cadre of cable companies, including Comcast, Time Warner Cable, and Cox, in a controversial deal that would divide up the broadband market. Verizon is vying to buy $3.6 billion in unused spectrum from the cable companies to expand its own network. Giving up the spectrum means cable companies will back away from investing in the wireless market. In return, Verizon has agreed to lay off of cable companies' turf by not building out residential broadband fiber networks. Josh Levy, the Internet Campaign Director for Free Press, said the companies should be rivals, but instead are helping each other corner their respective markets.
Verizon won't compete with the cable companies anymore, and the cable companies won't compete with Verizon anymore. It's kind of like the five families of The Godfather getting together and dividing up territory. This is pretty much what Verizon and these cable companies have done.
In addition, the companies have proposed a cross-marketing agreement to sell each other's services to their customers, further solidifying their dominance. Verizon is already the leading wireless provider in the country. Levy said the deal is bad news for the public because it would stifle competition.
So if you live in a community that has one cable broadband provider, and you've been hoping that a company like Verizon would come in and build a high-speed fiber optic network, your hopes are going to be dashed. It's not going to do that anymore. You are going to be stuck with that cable provider. And that cable provider might not be willing to build out into underserved areas. It might not be willing to provide prices that are affordable for all residents. And so a lot of people who have been stuck with inadequate access or no access are still going to be stuck.
The deal has already raised eyebrows in Congress. The Senate Antitrust Subcommittee has held a hearing this week to discuss the deal. And the Federal Communications Commission asked the companies to submit further details on the arrangement. Levy said public outrage is growing against the deal.
Big broadband companies like Verizon, like AT&T in the past, rather than try to innovate and serve customers through better service and better pricing, instead make these power grabs. They can own even more of the market, charge us even more, and get around the need to provide better service and greater choice.
To learn more, visit SaveTheInternet.com.
Reporters Without Borders Press Freedom Index says that crackdown was the word of the year in 2011. Never have journalists, through their reporting, vexed the enemies of freedom so much. Never have acts of censorship and physical attacks on journalists seemed so numerous. With the warmer weather will likely come more Occupy protests and more journalists trying to get the story. But this spring, any surge in abusive tactics against journalists will be met with a renewed effort to protect the First Amendment and support the rights of both mainstream and citizen journalists to report on the protests. Free Press created an audio piece as a message from our members to journalists.
I'm Josh Stearns, Journalism and Public Media Campaign Director at Free Press. When we asked our members to stand with the nearly 70 journalists who've been arrested covering Occupy Wall Street protests, the response was profound. More than 40,000 people wrote letters and called their mayors to demand that they uphold the First Amendment. What follows are just a few of the comments our members sent in.
Friends in the journalist community, thank you for your commitment to getting the story, the truth, as close as possible and bringing it to us, the public. I'm shocked that you are victims of this violation of your rights by those who are willing to violate our laws and erode our Constitution.
Please keep doing what you're doing. We all know the arrests are wrong, but your work is so important to democracy. We can't have it without you.
Freedom of the press is one of the first and most important notions of the founding of our country. It is not possible to have democracy without it, and as in earlier years, the press extends to anyone reporting, not just those employed by the major outlets.
Do not be discouraged by the outrageous actions of politicians who cannot stand the heat and violate our First Amendment rights. Americans are watching, and we are standing behind you because we know that our freedom depends on your accurate reporting.
I was born into journalism. My father and uncle owned newspapers all their lives. I'm livid at the freewheeling of law enforcement that tramples over the rights of the people by arresting journalists. That supposedly only happens in countries without a constitution like ours.
Your courage in reporting, regardless of the consequences, is amazing. Thank you for doing your job. Now it's our turn to try to help you obtain your freedom. Stay strong.
You've been listening to Media Minutes, a production of Free Press, a national nonpartisan organization working to reform the media. For more information, visit freepress.net.
over way. New York girl, them a mad over way. New York girl, them a mad over way. New York girl, them a mad over way.
You're now listening to FuseBox Radio with DJ Fusion.
Smoking an Escobano, guzzle my second bottle. Hope I don't catch a homo. Grossing I net simultaneously, making me climb higher. Heinous crimes behind me. Search but can't find me. Fuck sadness. Had this been you having this lavish habitual happiness at me, you wouldn't look back. But you would have sex on condominium roof decks. So anyone move next, I hit you with 2 texts. Rockin' Roberto Cavalli, no show, no convertible. Mozzie, my Colombiana, mommy riding beside me. Every tap means something. That's my word on my body. I have to lean something with that Mossberg shotty. My niggas is ignorant. Put lead in your pigment. Just cause y'all was mad at all the years I was getting it. And 9-7 to 6, 9-8 to Bentley. Now it's the Ghost Phantom. And y'all can't stand them, but yeah, army jacket swag, army jacket green and black with a square top pocket that snaps. Where the gas at? Past that, not you. You hold cracks in your ass crack. I never did that. My socks where my stats was at. Yo, I used to listen to that Red Alert and Rap Attack. I fell in love with all that poetry. I mastered that. Cutting school with Preem Team and Fat Cat was at. Future not crystal clear yet. Back a rat, now I'm the one who rapping Queens. Way beyond your wildest dreams. Bottles on bottles with sparklers surround my team. That long cash get the baddest bitches out they jeans. 20 years in this game, looking 17. I don't lean, no codeine, promethazine. I just blow green, pick which bitch to bless the king. Although he's on to another chapter. Heavy D gave this beat to Salam for me to rap to. Yeah, New York is like an island, a big Rikers Island, the cops be out wildin'. All I hear is sirens, it's all about surviving. Same old 2-step, try to stay alive with. They be out robbing, I've been out rhyming. Since born knowledge, like Prophet Muhammad say, the ink from a scholar worth more than the blood of a martyr. So I'ma keep it on till I see $1 billion. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Love motto chocha, mommy pop it like she poster. Eyes red shot like I'm never sober. Big time smoker, Indonesia doja. Many means you can hold up before you end up with up from my soldier. Don shit, under fire I remain on some calm shit. This for every ghetto in the hood. Nas a Don, Super Cat the Don Dada. Understood.
Yo, check this out. This is Chuck the Public Enemy. You're now listening to FuseBox Radio with DJ Fusion. Harder than you think.
This is that flash. Ladies and gentlemen, True Rag Dynasty, which you are now witnessing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Straight up. Champion bell holders, Dolo did it without a handout. I still remain polo printed. Speaking of the golden era, God, you know we was part of that. My old flicks is like Abyssinian artifacts. A bunch of warnings we gave you, but yet still you ride with 85ers and acting like you out of your mind. That's an Uncle Thomas behavior, and furthermore, my ain't rolling. So if you see us, then y'all should slide. I run with maniacs, brainiacs, mainly with gas. Hey yo, daddy, yo, tell Shalala meet me in Iraq. I brought raw back. They got Gucci, dashikis, and all that. Right now I'm in the Philippines truck, rocking a straw hat. Be back to the block soon, top noon, running with top goons. That's the type of that I'm talking about. The tourists coming soon. For now, we in the streets eating off land, prepared to go to war with a platoon.
No, brother, what's the science? You could come to the yard, I got you, we hood. Do whatever, light up the woods. We made you fly. Garments is nothing. Press a button, watch me light some. I'm holding your back like you good. Grilled cheese, egg 6 is waiting for the 7s, you heard? Word to my mother, this is legend. A star, homemade barber. Touch the top, leave the edges shredded, then it's laid out. Fresh blow, cane rhymes is ready. Know you globe, try to stay on point like swords. Don't ever underestimate the competition, this is important. I'm your brother, do it my way, the Dawn way, Yves Saint Laurent way. Give me your palm, the fire warm,
hey, yo,
right?
Cotton Club, Cocoa Leaf, ageless scared criminal. I'm never where the popos creep. On the low, plotting the jugs, the big. Only though the homies know they analyze, watching me cook. This is my playhouse, creative feature talent that's top rated. My banging your head like getting your crop braided. Yeah, like 7 in a solid square. It's the only hustle we solemnly swear with no apologies.
Hey, this is DJ Logic. You're now listening to the FuseBox, bringing the best of hip-hop and soul music, news and commentary from all over.
Like it was 1986, yeah, I'm back. Big money, so book up in the savage. It was 1986, yeah, I'm back. MC 24 crawling through the traffic. It was 1986, yeah, I'm back. Rolling clean, hella scream. DJ Dash did it was 1986. Coldest year ever. Mama coulda cut me out the womb, but she knew better. DJ my dash, this for the players that got them some goals. Some gators, fresh in the mother, I knew what it took. So thing that I'm giving you couldn't get out of book. Now don't be tricking no home, don't be lending your ride. And if you wear rubber, cause they burning inside. If it don't pay what you're asking, then you're wasting your time. If you can't get you no old school, don't go f***ing with mine. Like it was 1986, yeah, I'm back. Big money, so book up in the savage. It was 1986, yeah, I'm back. MC 24 crawling through the traffic. It was 1986, yeah, I'm back. Rolling clean, hella scream. DJ Dash did it was 1986. Coldest year ever. Mama coulda cut me out the womb, but she knew better. Watching for jackets, scoping for law. They go to hating when I'm basing, cause I swang in the crowd. Scraping the wall, bugging the code. A chef with the whip in my trunk, shaking and stirred. I got a fetish for Chevys, it's for the dollar. On the hunt for a free, down the fishes. I be popping my collar till I'm dead in the tomb. Hell, I've been popping my collar since I fell out the womb. Like it was 1986, yeah, I'm back. Big money, so book up in the savage. It was 1986, yeah, I'm back. MC 24 crawling through the traffic. It was 1986, yeah, I'm back. Rolling clean, hella scream. DJ Dash did it was 1986. Coldest year ever. Mama coulda cut me out the womb, but she knew better. Have it, knowing that I did what I could. It feels good to have it. I put the leather on top of the wood. It feels good to have it. I roll chrome all around my streets. It feels good to have it. To see it, to need it, to grab it feels good. Like it was 1986. Yeah, I'm back. Big money, so book up in the savage. It was 1986. Yeah, I'm back. MC 24 crawling through the traffic. It was 1986. Yeah, I'm back. Rolling clean, hella scream. DJ Dash did it was 1986. Coldest year ever. Mama coulda cut me out the womb, but she knew better.
You're now listening to FuseBox Radio with DJ Fusion.
Bruise, man. Yeah. You got that, man? Yeah, man. Straight up, man. We gon' bomb the whole town with this one, man. This is gonna be ill. Word. Yeah. On colors, man. Add the colors on it. Yeah.
Spray painted pictures on the walls getting drawn by guns. Fat caps known to stop runs when applied to the surface. Outlines of earthless chalk by the handball course in the park. Villain starts a feeling. Finish like chilling the air. A soul can be free, not revealing shape or form. Take the world by storm. Next day display a vandal with x-ray vision. Seeing through but not being seen. Head chopping like a guillotine. Opera leotine. Price snitches. Seamless, no type glitches. Or drips just. Your worst nightmare mischief with spirits drift. In and out, when in doubt with poverty. It be hard to see the beauty in the asphalt odyssey. Obviously, it'll dawn on you when you sleep. P. It'll dawn on you when you sleep. P.
I write in the night to bring truth to the light.
Cause it's crazy after dark.
Gang of patients in underground train stations, prepared to unwind on the lines of hood fear automatically, leaving a mark, trauma, casualty, bomb with what's concealed under the armpit. And when their palms hit, each claps demolishing nonsense through cans of flammable contents. Life is shown like an MC in his microphone.
And the band played on.
Condoned by the greater public, hate or love it, next day they buff it, not knowing there was pain suffered. they grew up with. 9 lives out of rut with a couplet, and still fight to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Remember all the slain guys that got sent home in pine boxes. Dire synopsis of going ons in the street will dawn on you when you sleep. P. It'll dawn on you when you sleep. P.
You can't stop us. I write in the night to bring truth to the light.
It's improper conduct to make a canvas out of a viaduct. Legal to paint your town red like a fire truck. Out in foreign land, they wage war on man. Out here, what we taught to understand, damn, is a double standard to a rebel bandit that watch knots get wrapped and rubber banded through criminal actions. So that's just how the ball rolls when it's all exposed. Which one will be the lesser evil? When the powers retrieve you, you get your 8-hour preview. Each day to eternity, will the soul rise or burn to be seen never again? My feather, my pen, brother man, we gotta lock in early. I tried to rock without getting worldly, but stay thoroughly wide-eyed and on the peak. Hot heat, it'll dawn on you when you sleep.
Long and sleepless night. That's the way.
I write in the night to bring truth to the light.
Hey yo, new, you know how we do. I like how you blend the flavors up in there in the chorus, man. That's some Jamaica Queen shit right there. You sure you ain't from around the way, man? Yeah, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
You are now listening to FuseBox Radio.
Firebomb, fire sale, wrong place, wrong time. Went in for the discount, but made the payment with my life. Gasoline alley, somebody gotta spark the good fight. Paint in a baptism, spark for the mood light burn. But business is as usual, wait your turn. They jump the fence, jump the shark, murder in the third. Taking just what I earned from whomever it may concern. Cause once it come crumbling down, it probably won't re-emerge. 1987, it's been sunrise, waking up, empty gut, dreaming of a better lifestyle, wild America. Underneath all this oppression, it's been getting mighty depressing. And I'm guessing that there's no life lesson behind all of this evil. Man, woman, and seed will plant, push, and deceive you, man. Burn this cathedral down. I do not know this God that you've been speaking of, but now I know you'll hear me when the weary ones are seeking blood. Let's burn it up in Tunisia. Protests, lock-ins and picket lines become explosives, Glock pins and tripping mines. Iron fist meet your civil resistance, trying to break the grip on this here middle existence. I run for the rest and none better stress this life, cause I only got a month that fast. I hung by the chest and run for the hell of it. I'm ever with a gun that's kept on deck. Check, wait, this king cheats for leisure, so pour some gas and light a match, let's tango in Tunisia. Blacklist, pistol whip, mugshot, passport pics, but banana clips for gorillas hiding in the mist. Trying to coexist, but don't want an inch. She want a mile, and that's a mile too much that I can give. This ain't hero worship, this just a hungry person. It ain't by charity, sanity, or begging for mercy. Right now, nothing can hurt me. Right now, I'm finally free. Too bad I had to blaze in this Tunisia heat. Let's burn it up in Tunisia.
network is rumbling, people is wondering why. Missiles is coming, the media stuttering, flames up under the sky. They kill one of ours, we kill one of theirs. Nobody don't win, nobody don't care. They rules of engagement don't apply here in loving and war. These criminals lying in the interviews, looking so amused as they hold their genitals. They put it on the news and call it the truth and report that the damage is minimal. This counterinsurgency emergency level is burgundy, ring the alarm. Collateral damage, my people in bandages, here come the nuclear bomb.
Flame on. Good thing we seen it coming. Rush the beast, cut off his hands before he pushed the button. Some say it's revolution, some call it Armageddon. All I know is time is running out every second. It's going down, mayday, mayday, better get your weapons. It's not an isolated case, it's a global symptom. Wherever there's repression, you know it breeds resistance. And where there is smoke, fire's in the distance.
You're now listening to FuseBox Radio with DJ Fusion.
Past the street, 2:45, headed to the all night, took his grocery. Girl in front of me, what she grabbed made me flash right back to Flatbush Ave. Just a bottle of Brooklyn beer. Funny how little things take you right back there. Coming out of President, about 5 a.m. The memory from this little gem, who's a veritable sight in a crosshatch tights, makes my Wednesday noon think of Wednesday night. Came to Camberwell from the Bubs, lost all her reserve, strutting like it's Williamsburg, where hipsters slum debate and talk. Through my mates' estate I walk, swear I was in East New York, East New York. Sometimes these South London streets remind me of Brooklyn. Sometimes these South London streets remind me of Brooklyn. Sometimes these South London streets remind me of Brooklyn. Sometimes these South London streets remind me of Brooklyn. Jesus turned water into wine, but a plane ticket right now I do just fine. Down the road in Dulwich, they be living up nice, kinda like Fort Greene. There's always two sides. Things have changed in Elephant and Peckham, not just the gangs. No more buses bended like Beckham. Now in BK, somewhere blue, some red. Both eat jerk chicken and hard dough bread. So it's like I found another Earth where my spaceship hit planet Brooklyn's tough, and they welcome me there too. Told them in Bushwick that I'll be back soon, but as June turned into June, I can't lie. So more Brixton Hill than Crown Heights, but since the rest has still got the same vibes. Sometimes these South London streets remind me of Brooklyn. Sometimes these South London streets remind me of Brooklyn. Sometimes
What's up, everybody? It's your boy right here, Lamar Blackman, and this is Direct Effects, y'all. The Jump Off, your hottest daily dose of entertainment and college news, brought to you by the Black University Radio Network. On today's show, I'll break down the 2012 Pan-African Film Festival. This is the launch pad, get funding, the professional debut for independent filmmakers. And I'll tell you the big winners this year. NBA Hall of Famer and business mogul Irvin Magic Johnson is set to launch his own cable network, Aspire, in June 2012. And I'll tell you what channel you can look for on your cable network. And ex-chancellor of the District of Columbia Public Schools, Michelle Rhee, is in studio. Her initiative, Students First, is working to revamp the public school systems, and she'll break that down all right here next. Don't you move on Direct Effects.
Most people don't know about all the career options they'll have as an officer in the U.S. Army, so they don't consider it an option. Captain Kendrick Forrester used to be one of those people.
I was that 18, 19-year-old that had no intentions of joining the Army. I wanted to go to college, I wanted to be an engineer, and I didn't think the Army had anything for me.
But like other soldiers, when Captain Forrester compared the options and training he had as an Army officer with the opportunities his friends had, he knew joining was the best decision.
I had peers that went into engineering, I had peers that went into business or into marketing, and they all started at the bottom and, they're making copies or trying to learn as they go along. We're gonna put you in a position from day one and say you're in charge of 40 people, millions of dollars of equipment, and we want you to go out there and do this mission. There's no other organization like that, zero.
Make your future even stronger as an officer in the U.S. Army. Visit goarmy.com/officer to find out how. There's strong, and then there's Army strong.
I got a chance to sit down with the former chancellor of schools for the District of Columbia Public Schools, Michelle Rhee. She is a somewhat controversial figure for what some believe is an anti-teachers union sentiment. Now, Michelle Rhee said on Oprah's show recently she was looking for 1 million people to raise $1 billion in order to catalyze education reform in the United States. Now, here's Michelle Rhee breaking down her philosophy.
People are going to have to get really mobilized and active if they want to see change occur, because there are lots of people who want to defend the status quo, lots of people who will tell you that the education system is just fine, that the issue is not with schools, it's with poverty, all these sorts of things. And if we all ever want to break through all of that clutter to get to the crux of what do we need to do to ensure that we're providing a high quality education for every single child in this country, then it's going to require people to be very vocal, very mobilized, and very active. Go onto our website at www.studentsfirst.org and you give us your email address and then we start sending you information.
That's the very passionate Michelle Rhee, and she is tough and on task to reform the public education system. To visit her, you can visit michellerhee.com. Thank you so much for your time, and we're on it with you. The Pan-African Film and Arts Festival, America's largest and most prestigious black film and arts festival in the USA, screened more than 150 films made by and or about people of African descent from the USA, Africa, the Caribbean, South America, the South Pacific, Europe, and Canada. For the 20th year celebration, the Pan-African Film Festival holds the distinction of being the largest Black History Month event in the country. The festival was founded in 1992 by award-winning actor Danny Glover, Emmy Award-winning actress Jeanette Dubois, and executive director Ayako Babu, an international legal, cultural, and political consultant who specializes in African affairs. The Pan-African Film Festival is a non-profit corporation dedicated to the promotion of ethnic and racial respect and tolerance through the exhibit of films, art, and creative expression. The festival featured a total of 160 films representing over 30 countries, 91 featured-length films, and 67 short films. The overall big winner in 2012 was Best Feature Toussaint Louverture, the first president of Haiti who fought the French to gain the country's independence, the only country to do that in the Western Hemisphere. For more info on the Pan-African Film Festival, visit PAFF.com. And for more entertainment news, you can always visit EURweb.com. NBA legend turned business mogul Earvin Magic Johnson is gearing up for the next phase of his expansive business portfolio, running his own television network. The Hall of Famer is preparing for the summer launch of Aspire, a 24-hour channel with a focus on what Johnson called positive, uplifting images of African Americans. The basic cable outlet will join other channels targeting black viewers such as BET and TV1, and will offer opportunities for blacks who have struggled to find work in mainstream Hollywood. Aspire's mix will include film, TV, music, and comedy, with a combination of acquired projects and original programming. There will also be plays, performing arts, and shows about faith as well. Aspire's network will be available on Comcast Cable Network. Comcast's goal is to launch 10 new independently owned cable channels, and Magic Johnson's channel is due to be the first. Visit EURweb.com for all your entertainment news. 2 Chainz exploded onto the national scene in the summer of 2007 as one half of the Atlanta-based group Players Circle. The original Duffel Bag Boy is back as a solo act. This time, and his hot new single, Riot, is impacting radio nationally. The original Duffel Bag Boy is back as a solo act. This time, and his hot new single, Riot, is impacting radio nationally. His lead single, Spend It, was a smash and is available now at Def Jam Records and iTunes.com/2 Chainz. With the crossover success of 2 Chainz' first 2 singles, the Southside Atlanta MC shows he's one of the hottest rising stars in the game. 2 Chainz' new single, Riot, is available for downloads. Visit iTunes.com/2 Chainz or DefJamRecords.com. For the singles, wallpaper, promo photos, and tour update information, visit DefJamRecords.com. Island Def Jam Records, where music lives. That's going to do it for this edition of Direct Effects, y'all. It's the wrap. I want to give big shouts to all the campuses that are airing Direct Effects. Delaware State, Howard U, Tennessee State, thank you for airing the show. The 2012 Black College Spring Fest is coming up, and we'll look for you at a campus near you. Till tomorrow, it's your boy right here, Lamar Blackman. Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now witnessing FuseBox Radio.
Yo, you're checking out FuseBox Radio with Jon Judah, and this is yours truly, Big Guru, the icon.
You know, I was wondering, you know, if you could keep on, because the Force, it's got a lot of power, and it makes me feel like it makes me feel like
right here on the FuseBox Radio. Right here on the FuseBox Radio.
You are now listening to the FuseBox with Jon Judah.
Dark Matter setting it off in this piece, you know what I'm screaming?
You are now listening to the FuseBox with Jon Judah.
Sally B. White, that was this black woman's name. Trying to be white, that was Sister Sally B's game. And if you don't understand me, just listen to Sister Sally talk. You gonna crack your ribs if you ever hear her say New York. Broadway Joe was in her dreams, and on her face were lightning creams. Curly hair was a curse, kinky hair even worse. Sally B. White, you with your straightening comb. Can you imagine Miss Ann going home with a natural home? And if you don't understand me, let me say it like my granny said. She said, beware of a bear walking around with a monkey's head. Sally B. White was so uptight. If you're white, you're quite alright. If you're brown, you can stick around. But if you're black, hey Jack, get back. Sally B. White, you with your diamond ring. How many Africans died so you could wear that thing? And if you don't understand me, let me tell you what my daddy taught. He said what's fun for the little boy may be death to a slow-toed frog. She stayed up all night and cried 'cause someone black hurt her pride. She was in
Essex County, baby.
Safe restraint. Hypervolemic. You're bleeding to death. Blade. Listen to me. I want you to take some of my blood. Look, just do it.
Oni te ruky za mene.
Everybody thirsty? I hope you're all very fucking thirsty.
You are now listening to the FuseBox with Jon Judah.
Listen to me. Do what I tell you. Move. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You are not in Kansas anymore. Respect that fact every second of every day. If there is a hell, you might want to go there for some R&R. Out there beyond that fence, every living thing that crawls, flies, or squats in the mud wants to kill you and eat your eyes for jujubes. As head of security, it is my job to keep you alive. I will not succeed. Not with all of you. If you wish to survive, you need to cultivate a strong mental attitude. You've got to obey the rules.
It's nothing like an old school safety brief to put your mind at ease.
Right here on the FuseBox Radio.
now listening to the FuseBox with Jon Judah.
Right here on the FuseBox Radio.
right here on the FuseBox Radio.
now listening to the FuseBox with Jon Judah.
Be this way. Didn't have to be this way. Be this way.
Listening to the FuseBox with Jon Judah. You are now listening to the FuseBox with Jon Judah. You are now listening to the FuseBox with Jon Judah. You are now listening to the FuseBox with Jon Judah.
Masa somos, masa somos.
Listening to the FuseBox with Jon Judah.
I'm really gonna enjoy this now.
settle now for foolish. I gotta run, and I won't let you turn me around. There's nothing you're saying or doing can bring me down. I'm striving, I'm pushing, I'm doing. It's my turn now. Come on, keep moving, and you don't stop. Come on, keep moving, and you don't stop. Come on, keep moving, keep moving, yeah. Come on, keep moving, and you don't stop. Wanna rock, everything I want is in view, yeah. There's nothing left except to do it. Gotta live and finally have happiness. So there's nothing you say or you do that can bring me down. Don't need your approval, I'm through it. Your judgment now, come on. Hey, and you don't stop. Come on, keep moving. Hey, and you don't stop. Come on, keep moving. And you don't stop. Come on, keep moving. Hey, and you don't stop. Wanna ride with me? Come on. Hey, and now no one can break my stride. No one can steal my pride. I'm looking to the sky. I gotta keep moving. And you don't stop. Come on, keep moving. Yeah, and you don't stop. Come on, keep moving. And you don't stop. Come on, keep moving. And you don't stop. Wanna rock with it. So come on, keep moving. And you don't stop. Come on, keep moving. And you don't stop. Come on, keep moving. Keep moving. And you don't stop. Come on, gotta keep on moving. And you don't stop. Wanna rock with it. Come on, you think you can rock? Come on, yeah, come on, keep moving, and you don't stop. Come on, come on.
I think you'll agree. It's dynamite. That's all the time we have tonight. Join us next time. Good night.